'Cause I got bitches everywhere.
All right, people. So here we go. Excuse me. Let's have some breakfast, man. It's 1:00, about breakfast. Man United captain Bruno Fernandes drops big hint he could quit this summer in shock TV interview. Bruno Fernandes has stunned Manchester United by hinting that he could quit the club. He could quit. He could quit Old Trafford this summer. So I thought my hat fell off. I can't see myself as I'm reading this article. Anyway, the Red Devil captain says he needs to feel wanted by United after a disappointed season. Fernandes, 29, is in his 5th season with the club after joining from Sporting Lisbon. The Portuguese international has been the most successful buy in the period since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. But in a shock interview with Danza Portugal, it was clear that his heart is no longer fully in the club and he could walk away after the Euros. Fernando said, obviously, it doesn't just depend on me, does it? A player always has to want to be here. A player always has to want to be here. A player always has to want to be here. Sorry, I'm just fucking up my words. But at the same time, you have to want him to stay. At the moment, I feel there's that on both sides. I'm not thinking too much about the future, not least because obviously this season hasn't been at the level I'd hoped for, either individually or collectively so far. So if you want me to be honest, if I have to think about not continuing in the Premier League, it won't be until after the Euros, because nothing will be able to take my focus away from the FA Cup final and the Euros, and there's nothing more important than that at this moment. Fernandes joined United in January 2020 in the transfer clause, costing an initial 47, rising to 68. He has a contract until 2025-26 with the option on the club's part to extend by a further season. He's agreed a new deal extending his stay at United back in April 2022, but only after assurances from the then director of football, John Muktuth, whatever, that the club was going in the right direction. Director of football has now left, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is in charge of football operations at the club after acquiring 27.7% of the club. Fernandes has been hit in his time at United. Fernandes has been a hit in his time at United, despite only lifting one trophy with the Carabao Cup last season. This season alone, he has contributed 15 goals, 45 appearances, and assist a further 11. In all, the Premier League, the attacking midfielder has 54 goals and 40 assists in his time at United, while the club have suffered a catalogue of injuries this season. Fernandes is barely ever in the treatment room. That's a good look. He was given the captaincy last summer after it was taken off Harry Maguire, who looked to be on his way to West Ham after falling out of favour with the manager Ten Hag. His departure would be a huge disappointment to the fans on the back of a poor season that has seen United fail to reach the top 4. It's not over yet, I don't think. They also went out of the Champions League at the group stage and relinquished their hold on the Carabao Cup with a 3-0 home defeat to Newcastle, the side they beat in the last year's final back in November. Their only remaining hope for salvaging something from the season comes with the FA Cup. They meet Man City in a repeat of last season's final, which they lost 2-1 on May the 25th at Wembley. Bruno. What do you guys think of Bruno? Bruno, to me, is their Ozil. He's their Ozil. You can't say nothing. The man is class. You get me? He's got skill. There's nothing that you can say about him as a baller. Yes, he moans, but he moans because you're not on his level. You get me? It's like anything. Any Premier League player playing at the Hackney Marsh will be moaning. They'll be moaning because you're not doing stuff. You're just playing. You get me? Man out here just playing. There's no tactic. You're just out here kicking balls and hopefully it goes in. you're going to frustrate someone who's a pro at that. There's no way. You get me? I understand it, that it looks bad, but sometimes you have to forget about it looks bad and know what it is. You get me? Someone going, that fair enough, but at least he would run back. You got Rashford who won't throw his hands up, but won't roll back, won't run back. So what do you want? What do you want? But I find it's hilarious that he can do interviews and he can say stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I rate him for making sure he said, yeah, if I have to think about it, it will be after the FA Cup and after the Euros, which is nothing more important than those two things. Well done. You covered yourself with your club and you covered yourself with your country. You know what I mean? You're not putting your personal shit before your country. They're going to like that. And you're making sure, even if I do say I might bounce I might bounce in the summer or next season, FA Cup, blood, that's all I'm focused on. Respect. You're going to get respect from your club fans. You know what I'm saying? Very smart, and very smart. So let me know down below, people, what you saying about that. I don't know. Get me? Is it on the level with Ronaldo? Is it on the level with CR7? Get me? I don't know. Get me? It might be a watered down version. Get me? If anything, it's a watered down version. But let me know what you guys think down below. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Arsenal fans. They're calling for Nike to come back. To make our shirts again. Adidas done upset some of the peoples, man. So let's talk about that.
Level Sports Show, your midweek sports fix. Join us live every Wednesday at 12 noon with your hosts Karma and MC50. Fast-paced, dynamic, and always on point. The
5 on Jungle is another place. 587 TV, other lick. Yeah, real TV, reality TV. 587 bar level. 5 on Jungle is here. Godfather. See there? 1.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.